yet. Okay. Now we're live. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to thank everybody for coming. We're going to start off just telling you all a little bit about ourselves. You guys might have already heard our stories, maybe not, but you're going to hear it anyway. Sorry. I'm Elisha Gegg. I'm a presidential diamond, and I will be in the business for about 4 years at the end of this month. I started right after I had my daughter. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to thank everybody for coming. We're going to start off just telling you all a little bit about ourselves. You
Sorry, guys out
might
there.
have already heard. There.
Talking back to you.
Okay.
People can hear us now.
All right. So I started right after I had my daughter. I went to aesthetic school. I was an esthetician. I worked, if anybody knows Madra Jones, I worked down in her salon and spa for about 3 years. And right after I had my daughter, she approached me via Facebook and said, Elisha, you really need to do this. I had seen some of her posts that she made on Facebook and kind of laughed at it because me being an esthetician and doing body wraps, I was like, there's no way that possibly could work. So I told her I would do some research. I didn't really do research. That was just kind of my excuse for her to quit bothering me. So she approached me again a week later. Well, it took her 4 times. She contacted me the 4th time, and she's like, Elisha, you just really need to do this. You need to bring this into your aesthetics business and for your clients. So I did. She called me. She said, hey, get your credit card. I just took a leap of faith, no idea what I was doing. And honestly, at the time, money was an issue. We looked like we were living a lavish lifestyle. We looked like everything was, hunky-dory and sunshine and rainbows, but it was tough. And having a daughter, I thought, if maybe we could just get an extra $300 or $400 a month to pay for diapers and clothes, because God knows they run out of clothes like there's nobody's business. So I thought if we could just get just a few extra $100, I'm going to go for it. So I did. I never tried the wrap before, had no idea what network marketing was, but I went ahead and I went for it. I went ahead and we had my launch party. I got 8 loyal customers that night, but it took me about 2 months to get my first distributor. She had told me, you need to get 4 loyal customers, 3 distributors, like we still focus on now. But it took me about 2 months. After that 2 months, I got my first 2. And I promoted to diamond at my 4-month anniversary. Went to double at my 6-month anniversary. And at that point, everything just came to a halt. I started getting on Facebook and I started watching what everybody else was doing. I saw people who were coming into the business and were promoting what seemed to me like they were promoting to ambassador in 3 days. And I was getting very discouraged. I was doubting myself. I was doubting what I was capable of doing. I was doubting my business. So I stood at Double Diamond for 1.5 years. And finally, after 1.5 years, I begged Krissy and Derek to go to conference with me. That would have been my 2nd conference, I think. Yeah. That would have been my 2nd conference. I begged them to go just because I needed somebody else to see the vision, and I knew that they would have seen it going to conference. So they went with me. We sat in the audience, and it completely changed our lives. After that, I promoted. Conference was in January. After that, I promoted to triple in March, and I promoted to presidential in June. So since then, it's just completely life-changing. I've retired from being an esthetician, and I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2 kids now. So that's my story, and I'll let Erica go ahead and tell hers now.
Alrighty, I feel like we have a cheering squad out there that's cheering us on out there. Okay, so I have been working this business 2 years this month. I actually went to a wrap party a little over 2 years, which is actually funny. I have like people in this crowd who were at the wrap party with me. So went to a wrap party. I only went because there was wine there and it was free, and had no desire for this wrap thing and didn't understand it. Never thought I would make a business out of it. I saw results, and for me, I was like, okay, here's the deal. If I go home and tell everyone the kind of results that I just got, they're going to want to buy this. I mean, this is incredible what this just did. So I thought, instead of signing up for a loyal customer, which was not something I really had the income to do, I didn't have the income to, you know, order for 3 months. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to try and sell it. And I messaged 2 people about selling it. They never got back to me. So there are 2 people out there in this world, I'm probably not network distributors anymore, who I would have signed up with, and they just kind of ignored me. So I kind of sat there in limbo for a little while. I had someone who sat in my chair, I was a hairstylist by trade, sat in my chair and said, hey, have you ever heard of these It Works things? I'm like, yeah, I have, they're awesome. She's like, well, I just signed up to start selling it. You know, would you want to try one? I'm like, no, sign me up right now to sell it. So the moral of that story is tell everyone, because you have no idea who's waiting to sign up for this business. I was the easiest sell because I had seen the product, I loved it, I just was waiting for someone to ask me. So I did that. She kind of quit, which is not surprising, shortly thereafter. And so I had to figure this business out on my own. And I, for a little while at least. And then I was kind of, you know, I went into the products and I really, you know, fell in love with them. And then luckily I had someone who's like, what are you doing? Who is this girl?
Who is she?
Yeah, who keeps asking all these questions. Because I utilize that team page, guys. If you want to stand out, use that page, because I didn't have anyone to answer my questions, so I just went there. So that was, again, 2 years ago this month. Last year, my husband and I promoted to Diamond and Double Diamond, so we earned $25,000 bonus last year. And we've been pushing for this Triple Diamond, which is about to happen now. But I'm a busy mom of 4 when I signed up for this business. My triplets were 2, and Mason had just turned 4. So, and I worked out of the home, plus my husband owns a business. So I'm home by myself with my kids in the evenings, usually at that time 3 to 4 nights a week. So I built my business at nap time and bedtime. And it's worked out pretty well because I retired this year, and now I'm home, and I'm like, whoa. Sometimes that's even harder, but it is nice. I can work in my pajamas all day long, which is generally what I do. So I put makeup on for all of you tonight, and I got on my new equipment. So you all should be very excited. But yeah, that's it.
All right. I am Krissy Mueller. I went to Elisha's launch party in March of 2011.
It's probably April.
Yeah.
Because I signed March 28th.
Yeah. So she's like, you need to come to this wrap party. I have no idea what a wrap party is. We'd never heard of it or anything. Her and Major were both there. We wrapped, and I don't know if any of you have ever met Major, but she's a little intimidating. So whenever she was like, you need to sign up as a loyal customer tonight. You need to get the wraps and the defining job. I'm like, all right, I'm signing up as a loyal customer. I don't have money to do this, but I'm signing up as a loyal customer because Major and Elisha told me I needed to do this. So I was a loyal customer for about 4 months. In July of 2011, she's like, Krissy, you just need to sell this. You went to beauty school, you know all these people that you can contact. I'm like, no, I'm not a salesman. I don't want anything to do with this. She's like, just do it. So my older sister, of course, is going to listen to her. So
That happened in our life.
So I signed up as a distributor. This was July 1st of 2011. She told me, just like Major told her, 4 loyal customers, 3 distributors. So being the nice sister that she was, she gave me 2 loyal customers and 2 distributors. So all I had to do was get 2 loyal customers and I would get my free product. So I signed up my sister, or no, not my sister, my best friend. And then on day 30, I still hadn't signed up anybody, so I signed up my dad. So I got my free product. Like, heck yeah, this is easy. And then I quit because I'm like, I don't want to work for this. So I quit. A couple months later, I would try it again. I quit again. A couple months later, I tried again. I put a post on Facebook, and I quit again. So by this time, I had already quit twice, or 3 times, yeah. And then a year and a half later was whenever she said, you need to go to conference. And I'm like, we can't afford this. We got a wedding to pay for. We're living life on credit cards the way it is now. Like, we cannot afford to do this. But I listened to her again, and we went to conference. So we were in, was it Tampa then? Yeah, I think so. We were in Tampa, big room surrounded with 6,000 other It Works distributors. And it was only then that I realized what I had my hands on. I realized then that this is what is going to change us. This is what's going to change our financial future. this is why I joined a year and a half ago, but I never realized it before then. So after we left conference, they got to stay because they got to go to a diamond dinner, and Derek and I had to go home that night. On our flight home, we made a list of hundreds of people that we had to contact, and we had to share this with everyone that we knew. And I never had that mindset before. So we came home. I promoted to executive in February. I promoted to Ruby 2 months later. And then 2 months after that, I promoted to Diamond. Super excited. I missed the good bonus. It ended the month before and it came back the month after. So I hit it at the wrong month. But anyway, so I hit Diamond. We literally, between the two of us, built every single person on that Diamond chart. No one deserved it. No one was working for it. But all we worried about was me getting to Diamond. All I cared about was myself at that point. So I hit Diamond. And once I hit Diamond, every single person, except for one person on that chart, quit. So here I was starting back over 2 years into the business because July 1st was my 2-year mark. Every single person was gone except for one. So I had to rebuild back from day one. But I knew I couldn't quit because I had already quit 3 times prior to then. So I had to make this work. So all I had to do was I had to step back and what was I doing? Because I was obviously doing something wrong because all of these other people around me are promoting and I'm not. I'm losing all of these team members, so I'm doing something wrong. So I took a step back and I took the focus off of me and I focused on helping others. Like, what can I do to help them instead of helping myself? So after I did that mindset and after I figured out what worked for me is when everything changed. So a year and a half later, which was last month, I promoted to double diamond and my husband promoted to diamond and we got $50,000 bonuses. And now we are working on triple for me and double for him. So yes, fingers crossed.
Love it. Good, thank you, girls. All right, so that's just a brief introduction of us. We had a couple of big promotions last month, so I'm going to introduce them here in the room. And they're going to give just a brief tip about what it took for them to hit that promotion. And for each of you that are out there pushing for those promotions, they're going to give you some advice on what you could do to get that. So I think it's just 2. So yeah, that's here tonight. Okay. So first, Crystal Gegg went enrolled last month.
You can scooch on over.
Slide on in front of the screen here. See
Fix the shirt.
They can't see it yet.
Good.
Guys, if you need to come closer.
Yeah, you can move chairs. Yeah.
You guys can sit up here too.
Right up front.
Introduce yourself. You know, you got it.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
You're
I'm
being close out.
you know, they're cheering outside.
You're beating on the doors again.
I'm Crystal Gegg. I'm Alicia's sister-in-law. Again, just like she did with her sister, said you just need to do this. I don't really.
Sometimes you just got it, guys.
I don't really remember like why or how it all started, or I just remember Elisha pulling up at the house and telling me I needed to do it. And I think we didn't do this in the driveway. It was over the phone. You were at our in-laws' house. That's what it was. You're like, just give me your credit card number, kind of like Major did with you. And then she showed up at my house a couple days later, dropped off some stuff like the magazine, read this. And I sat in the house and I'm reading through this magazine. And I'm like, holy crap. Like, that's what I remember is reading through this and just being like, I know her and I know Alicia's doing really good with this, but I was seeing like people really, really doing good with this. And just, I remember that blowing my mind. But my kid sat on our island for 6 weeks before I even opened it. Did nothing. I couldn't even tell you how long it was before I signed my first loyal customer myself. 11 months later, after I had been to a couple events, there was some one team, one missions, and and whatnot. And I was starting to sign customers, and I was slowly starting to talk about it. But I'll tell you that first 11 months, all I was concerned about was what every person around me thought about me being a rap girl. And that is why I didn't approach everyone to do this thing with me. And so for the first 11 months, that's how it was. I would sign a loyal customer because they would ask me about it. Or I'd start talking to somebody at work and I'd get them to sign up as a loyal customer. July of that year, so July of 2013, we went to a boot camp, St. Louis boot camp in Collinsville, Illinois, and the next week I signed my first DT. Simply responded to a post on Facebook about her being unhappy with her income. And I said, we need to talk. And that worked. So all excited, whatnot. Slowly but surely, we are where we are today. And I'm starting to build more, obviously, of a team. I found some really great leaders. I've had people on my team that have found really great leaders, and we're slowly getting there. I hit Emerald for my first time last month, and I'll be in the business I'm at 2.5 years at this point. So it's finally really starting to mean something, like how I approach it and how I wear it. I was never, I was kind of not embarrassed, but we all, I knew what I had my hands on, and I knew the products were amazing, but I was so scared of what everybody else was going to think of me. So I didn't share it with anyone. And now, if you think it's a joke, that's fine. That person doesn't think it's a joke. And I start talking to them about it. So you just keep moving on and you keep talking to everybody. Social media has been my niche, I would say. I am talking to people and working with people all over. We actually talked about this on Monday. In my downline, not just from people I have signed, no, by no means, but in my downline, I think we're in 7 different time zones, and that's all the way around the world. So that's really cool to be working with people everywhere. So I have teammates that are watching me here, so that's why I got nervous getting up here, because hi girls, because I know they're tuned in tonight watching us. So what else?
Who out there is going for a promotion this month? Okay, and there's probably a lot out there listening to you right now. I want you to share a tip, whatever you can think of that will help them reach their goal.
I have to go with consistency. You gotta keep doing it. And you can't do one post today and expect that one post to carry you for the next week. You have to make a post right now, and you gotta make one later, and possibly another one later on after that. And you gotta do it again tomorrow. And you gotta reach out to people, and you gotta not just reach out to one person today and never talk to them again. You reach out to them, and then you reach out to them several times again. And you keep reaching out to them until they block you on Instagram. And that is the truth.
Or until they unfollow you on Facebook. But guys, they'll come back around. They'll follow you again in the future.
Yes, but you just have to keep at it. Every day, you have to be working your business. But there'll be a day, especially with you newer girls, you'll realize that all of a sudden there's a shift, and it works as like part of your daily life, where it's not, I'm going to work my business right now. I've been working it since I got up this morning. Everything that I do in my day pertains to my It Works business, except for, I'd like to say except for the 8.5 hours I'm at work. But if anybody knows what I do at work, I'm like this half the time anyways. So you just have to keep at it. You have to keep talking to people and keep posting. Don't think that one post is going to boom your business. It might take weeks before you even have anybody like a post. So just keep at it.
Very good. Thank you. All right, and then we had another big promotion last month. Krissy,
slide over here.
Her double diamond promotion and a $50,000 bonus. So
I already told my story, so I'll just give 2 tips. The first one is don't rule out a promotion this month. It was the 25th of last month, and Derek's like, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we can do it. I don't think we can do it. Don't rule it out until midnight at the last day of the month. You can do it. Every single person in this room can do it. Every single person watching can promote this month, whether it's executive, ruby, emerald, diamond, double diamond. Every single person can promote this month. And the second one, I had it, but I forgot. Oh, I know what it was. If you don't promote this month, okay, that's fine. Don't quit. Give yourself a pity party for the 5 minutes at midnight on the 31st, but move on to the next month and work on your promotion for the next month. Give yourself your pity party, but don't let it slow you down for next month.
perfection.
Love it.
All right, so we are going to talk about quite a few more things. We're going to try to touch base on everything. But we want to start with urgency and talking about, like, there are so many different seasons in this industry, and you guys will kind of catch on the more you're in the business. But now, right now is such a crucial time for you to be working your business. You need to be making sacrifices right now so you can work your business, because now is everybody's thinking about vacations, bikinis. Now everybody's thinking about swimsuits and going to the beach. And we talked about this Monday night, but teachers are talking about making extra income. We need to be out. We need to be promoting our business and talking to and messaging as many people as we can right now. Because when I go back and look at my paychecks for four years, okay, March, April, May, and June are by far the biggest paychecks out of the year. Okay, this is really, really when our business booms in this industry. Okay, so then it kind of starts to go down. You know, school starts back up. It just kind of, Christmas and holidays and stuff come, so it kind of goes downhill there. But if you're working really, really hard now, your checks are going to continue to be good throughout that time. So urgency is so crucial. Touch base?
Yeah, I could not have retired December of this year if I hadn't busted my butt spring of last year. Because the things that you are setting up right now are going to continue to go. Think about it. Think if you sign a distributor right now and they get their 4 loyals. That might take them 30 days. Those loyals are going to continue to run, okay? And they may run 3 months past. And what if they're signing distributors? Think of what could happen for your Christmas paycheck if you bust your butt right now, because you're continually paid on that. So this is the time that not only people want our products, but they have to know that you offer the products. No one is going to buy it if you're, like they said, putting 1 post a day. You have to be like, hey, here I am. See my shirt? Here it is. Because people want these products, especially now.
I say think about, what are you willing to give up? Just say 3 months. Give yourself 3 months. What am I willing to give up? Okay? Are you willing to give up the reality show that you watch? American Idol, what's that, 2-3 nights a week? What are you willing to give up just for 3 months to really, really focus on your business and be successful? Because I promise you it'll be worth it.
Because you're gonna miss stuff. You're gonna miss kids' games. You're gonna miss kids' practices. You're gonna maybe miss that. But again, if you don't miss this now, you're gonna miss it for the next 15 years. So why not miss it for 15 months? So you never have to miss anything again. I didn't go to her daughter's birthday party last year. My family did, but I was running a wrap party. Now I don't have to miss anything. You know, I missed my sister's graduation from college and high school last year. Last year, 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years. It was when I was early in business. But I am retired now. So the minute that my sisters are like, hey, you know, I've got this going on, can you be there? I can be there. It's sacrifices that you just have to make that literally just span out the rest of your life and never have to make that sacrifice again.
Yeah, I'm going to touch base on the urgency thing. The biggest thing with urgency is working hard for these 3 months. Every single person in here wants a rock star in their team. But if you yourself aren't going to be a rock star, why would you get a rock star underneath of you? Because your team members are going to do what you're doing. So if you want your team to run with urgency, you need to run with urgency.
Be the rock star you want to find.
Right.
I was told this by Mike Patillo, and it's so true. I look back, and he said that your lowest paycheck from this year, your highest paycheck from this year will be your lowest next year.
And that's true for me
If
already.
you're working the business. If you're out there and you're working the business and you're getting your 4 loyal customers and your 3 distributors, if you're teaching your distributors to do those steps to success, it's so true. I look back and it's true. My highest of one year was the lowest the next. So if you're just working the business.
And think about how fun it's going to be, because I know this because I just did it recently. Say last month was February. I compared last month's paycheck to February of the previous year. And that right there was enough satisfaction for me. All that hard work paid off in that moment there. To be able to compare myself from 1 year ago to that day, it's worth it.
In that moment, you didn't think about the things that you missed in that year.
No, not at all.
Like, it's amazing how you don't think about that. It doesn't matter like what you're able to do with that.
Love it. You don't think about what you would have got a $15,000. No, you would have got a $10,000 bonus back then. You don't think about that after you get 50.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else on?
I just like that, you guys, I'm just going to kind of go over it so that it really sinks in. I really like that if you want rock stars on your team, you don't deserve rock stars on your team if you're not a rock star. Now, does that mean you have to be the one signing the most loyals and signing the most distributors? That doesn't make you a rock star. Making you a rock star in this business, or making you someone who is influential, is someone who is active on those team pages, who are answering questions, who are asking questions, who are sitting here now in this room. Okay,
that, I'm just going to say, speaks volumes.
So give yourselves a pat on the back for all of you that are here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want. Those who are here in this room, you want those kind of people around you. It's going to make you excited about your business. It's going to make them excited about theirs. So I really hope that like hits home. Like, be what you want on your team, and you will start surrounding yourself with others that are like you.
I think it's also important to, I touched base on it with my story, but don't watch what works for me and copy it. Don't watch what works for Krissy and copy it.
That was my biggest
Don't
struggle.
watch what works for Erica and copy it. Find your niche. Find what works for you and freaking run with it. Krissy, Instagram works for her. Social media works for her. Facebook works for her. Like, just figure out what works for you and totally run with it. It's going to take personal development, guys. You are going to have to dig deep within yourselves. Focus on you, work on yourself, and in doing that, you're going to figure out what works for you, and you're going to figure out how to build the team and how to be that rock star. So,
Love it.
okay. Anything else on urgency?
I think we covered that one.
Yeah, I got that one good. Okay. We are going to now talk about, we build our business by signing loyal customers, and we build our business by signing distributors. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about signing loyal customers first, and you can talk about launch party.
Okay, so this is something.
We just got paid.
Yeah. Oh, did we just get paid?
We just got an email.
We were just talking about this too. Okay. Talking about being paid, launch parties, guys. This is huge. I know, you're okay. I want to check mine. Launch parties are huge, guys. Huge. I did not have a launch party for several months because I didn't have enough clients who told me how important they were, and I didn't know what I was doing. So finally, I had someone really great be like, "We should have a party. Have you had a launch party yet?" I'm like, "No, I've been in this business for 3 months and I still had it." When I actually had a launch party, I think I tried to look this up. that long ago. I think I had 8 loyals and 4 distributors that signed that night. Okay, now, that being said, those 4 distributors are not in this room right now, but that's a totally different conversation. And I've also ran launch parties with other distributors who, you know, and they've had 4 people in the room. And I'm like, oh my gosh, should I cancel? 4 people are coming. Is it worth it? I'm like, that's still have it. Still, should we do it? All 4 of them knock that out. In your home, you know, which I have children running around. I get that. Put together a table at a restaurant. You don't have to book a bag up just somewhere in the dining room and talk about the product for 30 minutes. Okay, so everyone can buy them a soda. Like, you know, whatever it takes. Be like, I'll get a couple appetizers or get here. But a launch party is key to your success. And if you haven't had a launch party, then you can still have one. Do it today. You know, like book it, go home, book it, pick a date, and do it before the end of the month. Because those are huge. And if you're going to go home and tell new distributors, you're going to sign new distributors and you want them to have launch parties, right? Because we all know that them having volume and things like that is going to help you grow. You can't tell anyone to have a launch party when you haven't had a launch party, okay? So have one now, okay? So it is crucial to your business. Crucial.
Let's talk about that party.
Yeah.
Really quick.
How you would have one?
And what somebody can expect, what a successful party you might do. Okay, so I will have, at my parties, I go to Dollar Tree, okay? So you can get 3 of these bad boys for $1. I just put in a product catalog, and we used to be able to print customer order forms, but we can't anymore. And then I put in a party pad. Now, everybody doesn't go home with this, but I want everybody to go home with this because they're going to see this folder and they're going to remember it works. They're going to remember the rap party that they just went to. I'll take this and I'll take a pen or a marker and I'll star my favorite products. I sample myself at a party. We will do wraps if there's people there that want to wrap. I'll sample defining gel. I'll sample greens because greens is my favorite product and I can sell greens to anybody. I do sample greens chews. I highly suggest sampling the exfoliating peel. And now sample the energy drinks if I would ever freaking get mine.
We're both still waiting.
That's crazy.
Yours came today?
Saturday.
So I got it. And the lip and eye cream. Now, don't think you have to have all of these products that I just mentioned to have a party, because you don't. You can go to a party with nothing. You can go to a party with no wraps and still sign up loyal customers and distributors. I take products from my house. I take products that we use on a daily basis. So, like when I go, I take the skincare products from my bathroom. I take the greens chews that my daughter takes and hides and puts in her Doc McStuffins kit. I just take it from my house. So don't think you have to buy product just to have a party.
Yeah, when I had my first party, before I had a launch party, I did have like a small party and I had no idea what I was doing. And then 2 of the guests that were pharmacists. That was fun. Yeah. But it worked out. Both pharmacists signed as a loyal customer that night. But I had a wrap party with a bottle of Fat Fighters and a package of wraps. That is it. That's all I had. I didn't, at that point, we hadn't even like met to even have someone to be like, oh my gosh, there's pharmacists here. How do I answer these questions? Nothing. You just got to do it. It's going to be scary. You know, the first one is nerve-wracking. I mean, and they're still kind of nerve-wracking. I still get nervous. Like Andrea had a party this weekend. I've been doing this for 2 years, and I still have a moment of like, deep breath, and then do it. So you don't need much. So,
Want to touch base on anything party over there?
Biggest thing is just have fun with it. Whenever you are, and I was told this tip a long time ago, and I use it every single time, you're going over from the product side to the opportunity side. I'll say, I had a couple people that mentioned to me that they were interested in making money, so I'm just gonna briefly go over this and tell your story briefly. Don't need to go into it in depth, but say why you're doing this and how much you love it, because that's what's going to excite other people.
That's going to sell more than anything else is your excitement.
And it doesn't matter if nobody is
just gonna say
if
that.
somebody didn't say they were interested in the opportunity, you're gonna say that anyway.
And they're gonna be all sitting there thinking like,
Who's
she's interested, maybe I need to be interested. So totally use that line.
Oh, one more.
Go for it.
Me personally, I don't. Okay, this is about the order forms, but this is a way around it since we don't have order forms anymore. Whenever they're going over like the products that they want, ask them, okay, do you just want to do this as a loyal customer, or you want to do this as a distributor? Don't say you want to do this as a loyal customer, retail order, or you want to wait. Just say you want to do this as a loyal customer or distributor. You got 2 options. Just leave them. You're not forcing them into anything. You're just giving them 2 options: loyal customer or distributor.
Assume the sale.
Yes.
Use your party pad. Use a tool. This makes it super easy for us. Literally read right off. Read. Just read it. Because if somebody's watching you and they're like, she's reading this and I just heard her say right here that she makes $193,000 a year, I can totally read off of this page. They're thinking if she's just reading and she makes that kind of money, I can read too, I can do what she does. So just use this tool. If you do this, do it like this. Okay, your notes are then like here.
Just write your notes upside
Just
down.
write your notes upside down, or paste them from the document section.
Yeah, that chart, like, you literally see people go, and they're like, if this crazy lady up here can make this kind of money, then I can totally do
Okay, say you are a distributor running the party pad and you, for some reason, feel embarrassed that you're a distributor, which you shouldn't. Say, I'm working towards this. That's all you gotta say. People say, how much money do you make? Well, I'm working towards this right now. I said that for the longest time.
I did too. And and piggybacking on that, some people are like, well, I don't have a story. I haven't made any money with this business. I've been in this business for 6 weeks. I get that, okay? We all had to start somewhere. So when I started, I told Alicia's story. How, oh my gosh, she's an esthetician and she's making this kind of money and she lives in St. John. Do you know how small St. John is? Like, and that's what I mean, yeah, like, and she's making this kind of money. So I told her story for a long time until I had my own story. So connect, it doesn't have to be one of us. You can find someone else with it works, but connect with someone and that's the short story you share until you have your own story.
Yes.
Good. Good.
Any questions on parties out there before we go to the next thing?
You can serve them all alcohol. I mean, that helps. It really does. I mean, they will.
They'll freely sign their name on the dotted line.
Just keep it going.
Yeah, just like anyone like doing party, like Megan got me into this, so I'm gonna have a launch party like very soon, so she could do my party.
Like, I'll do your launch party for you, like,
Right.
definitely. I'll host your launch party.
And when you sign distributors, that's your job
Right.
to help them get their business launched. And you
And-
want to keep teaching them the same thing.
And you don't have to have product there, but like I would want product there. But what do you think? I would.
If you can get it,
If you can,
it's not a
great.
necessity.
You know what I
That's
do?
what Megan's for.
I was just gonna say.
That's what she's for.
I have empty bottles.
When I launch,
Just to show what it is, and they can never.
when I launch a new distributor's business, I will bring my products to help them.
Yeah, like I'll
So
bring-
you don't have to fork out any extra money to bring them. So hey,
That's
Megan,
not-
bring me your
no,
green
no,
shoes.
That was a thing where I just was wondering if it would. I feel like it would make sense to help to have product there.
But you don't have to go make some huge order just so
Right.
you have it for that.
Right. Good question.
I have another question.
Go for it.
I have a question, like with the loyal, like on my website and online and stuff, like the loyal customer price, and then like just the regular price. How do you become a loyal?
This is something we haven't got to go over.
No, these are good.
That's why I
These
needed
are
to
all
know.
questions that we all have.
That's why I needed to come.
Okay,
So
so
what's the difference between like getting
Loyal
a loyal
retail.
customer and then just someone going on my website and buying?
okay, we want loyal customers.
Well, right.
Okay, so the difference between retail and loyal customer is a 40% discount. So you're going to explain to all of your potential customers, okay, that they can get the 40% discount, which is your wholesale price, if they opt in to do one product for 3 months in a row. Okay, they can pick whatever product they want. They have complete control. They can earn free products. They can earn free wraps. They can get free shipping. They become a loyal customer for life to get the wholesale discount. So, but everything is
one product a month.
one product a month for 3 months, and at that point
And
they're
they-
locked in.
And then they would get free shipping and everything with that.
And I tell them, you're getting my pricing. I probably say that 4 different times
Yes,
whenever
my
I talk.
pricing.
And I'm like, I can't give it to you any
Discount.
cheaper than that, or else I'm
Sale.
losing money. Like, and I'll be like, you're ordering a bottle of greens when I order a bottle or canister of greens, I pay 30. You know, I pay the same amount as you do.
Yes.
You know, so I just keep putting like, you're getting exactly what I pay.
I'm looking online as a loyal, like through your planning site,
Right.
as a loyal or retail, it's just up to them.
And when people sign us some retail, I'm like,
Yeah,
I feel sorry. I
I'm
haven't
like,
been paying
sure.
for it.
Like,
So,
I
I
try to
had
laugh
a girl
at them.
today message me and say, hey, I just placed my order. You know what I did immediately? Went in and saw her order, saw retail, and I called her and I said, we need to change this.
Well, right, because she's paying more than.
Right.
And
And
got double.
because I didn't even know she was getting ready to order, like we had just chatted about some stuff, so I hadn't even gotten into those
She
details
just
yet.
like jumped into it.
So I immediately had her call corporate and take care of it because she's like, you mean I can get a cheaper price? I'm like, you clicked the wrong button.
You just, you see loyal customer and then the different prices.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
gonna get in that club. Yeah.
right.
Another thing I highly suggest for whenever you do have parties is suggesting the skinny pack. If they want the wraps, they need the skinny pack. Tell them that they can get the skinny pack for below wholesale cost. They're actually saving money on the products if they get the skinny pack. And the defining gel and the wraps coincide great together, and you're getting the fat fighters.
And if they add the grains onto that, they get free shipping. So.
Yes. So
Yep.
highly, always use below wholesale on that.
It's a spill.
Here's a brush of napkins.
Oh, there we go.
If they add greens onto fat fighters and wraps.
If they add it onto the skinny pack.
Skinny pack.
Any order over 125 is free shipping.
Any order over 25.
125.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's like 20.
Any order over 125 in their first 3 months. After 3 months, a loyal customer gets free shipping.
On any order.
So, all right, that's touching base on parties. I want to touch base on social media and how we utilize social media to sign up loyal customers and distributors. This is huge, and we kind of talked about it already. Are we good out there? I know Crystal talked about it a little bit, and Krissy too, but I think it's so important to embrace the fact that you are the crazy rap girl. Embrace it. Know that. Own it. Own it. Be confident about it. Have confidence in the fact that you work for It Works and you're an It Works distributor and you own your own business. I'm going to tell you the one thing with her promoting to Double Diamond, and when she sat for so long and did nothing, was her confidence level. She got confidence in herself, she got confidence in the products and in this business, and when she did, she exploded. Have confidence in the fact that you work for It Works and that you sell skinny wraps. Okay? Let it change your life. It will if you let it. If somebody were to go to your Facebook page or your Instagram page right now, would they know you're an It Works distributor?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you need to do.
Because chances are, if they don't see that you're an It Works distributor on your page, they're going to go to somebody else.
And not just the about, not just the
Right.
like job.
What do you get
Just
on?
how do you do this?
Just Pinterest, Google,
I have
still
a
other plan.
Oh,
Just you
Of your
Yeah,
No,
make your
yeah,
status.
show your lifestyle.
That's cute.
Like post pictures of your lifestyle. Post pictures of you right here at this meeting, saying I'm at a meeting with amazing women learning how to build my business and
Like I
get
put
a
a picture
bonus.
of me in greens too, and I put that I was doing all these fruits and vegetables. I wasn't posting about, hey, buy this product from me. I'm sharing what I love about this product.
Like, don't just go to Google and find some random picture and like share that all day long, because people will unfollow you. I promise.
Yeah. So we say like, let it work shine through your page, but don't have a page full of before and after belly, join my team, before and after belly, join my team. Like, that's not what people want to see.
They're not going to go to bed at night thinking, man, I wish I would have saw one more before and after picture. But dang it, she just paid off her car, or she paid off her student loans, and I'm intrigued now. Like,
show them that you are like a crazy person like I am. I show people like the chaos that like surrounds my house at all times, and I can still work this business. Like, again, my children run around the house naked, and I can still like sign a loyal at the same
She
time.
doesn't
like,
show that, by the way.
But okay, say you have a full-time job, you haven't been able to pay off anything, you don't have any freedoms because of it works yet. Fake it till you make it. Other people don't need to know that. I faked it for the longest time, and nobody knew it but me.
You still
have that rap
passion.
cash that got you that tank of gas. You still have that rap cash that went while
And
you're
say
doing
that your commission check paid for your electric bill this month. I don't care if you only paid for $20 your electric bill. It still went towards your electric bill. People don't need to know that. Just share that with them.
be real.
Yeah.
And I really like people sharing. Something that works well for me is taking a picture of me taking the product or using the product or things like that. I'm not a salesman. I'm a sharer of these products, okay? So I show those, and like Krissy said, like that's your pitch. Does that make sense? Because you're showing them like, oh my gosh, this is not about sales, it's about sharing. And you can do that all through social media. And you can reach out to a heck of a lot more people that way than, really any other way.
I had a girl 2 weeks ago, she signed up as a distributor. I was talking to her on the phone. I don't know her. She lives in a different state. And she said, honestly, I have probably 5 or 10 other It Works girls that I follow, but I chose to sign up with you. And I said, well, if you don't mind me asking why. And she said, because I felt like I knew you. You don't just post all this stuff all the time. Like, I felt like I really knew you as a person. So be that person for people.
Like, and when you make a page, do not put a picture of It Works as your profile picture.
Right. People want to talk to you and not a bottle of fat
they want to see who you
fighters.
are.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, that makes me like, I'm like cringe when I'm like, it just says independent distributor on their profile picture.
Yeah.
I'm
I
don't
just
know
who you
how
are.
Yeah.
You're pretty.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so if you have that, change that. So they were excited.
There's
My fans follow me everywhere. I apologize. Paparazzi is out there. It happens everywhere I go. I just can't.
You touched base on consistency earlier too, and it's important with social media. A lot of people quit, and a lot of people are watching you thinking that you're going to quit, okay? Number one, don't quit, but number two, just keep posting and keep being consistent, because they're watching you and they're thinking, oh, she'll be done in 3 months, and then all of a sudden you don't post anymore. And they're like, yep, I was right. So they go to somebody else. But when they keep watching you post and they keep seeing you talk about like being successful and you having fun, and they begin to, what's the word I'm looking for?
They begin to admire the fact that you're actually doing it, and they begin to be like, I mean,
Question if they,
like, it's legit. It's legit. I mean, yes, when you first start, your first 6 months is hard, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Because all you have to do, those first 6 months, is you are proving your haters wrong. And you got to,
I still am.
Me too.
See, if I do. Here, I think I have a fan club that follows me everywhere. So clearly I don't feel it. But it gets easier the longer you're in this, guys, because you're proving them wrong. Like, I mean, what more can they say about how this business doesn't work when you're saying I'm buying a brand new car with this business?
And guess what? Those
Like-
people, those haters, they're not paying your bills.
No.
So
So it's gonna be hard at first. You're gonna have more options to quit, and you're gonna feel more moments of quitting in your first 6 months than you ever are. Whether it's through bullying on social media, whether it's bullying to your face, whether it's finding out things behind your back. But all you do by quitting is prove them all right. Every single one of them. So just go in knowing, and I let my new distributors know that. I'm like, just so you know, your first 6 months might be kind of hard. Because you have to prove people wrong. You gotta really prove them wrong.
I want to take a couple steps back whenever we talked about posting. One post isn't going to get me ambassador. One post isn't going to make me Ruby. Like, one post a week isn't going to make me promote. You have to be consistent with it. I've had people that have never liked a single thing that I posted. And then all of a sudden I'll get a message or a text message from them and be like, okay, I'm ready to order. I'm like, what? You've never expressed any interest. That's okay. They're still watching.
So even be consistent when nothing's happening. Because in this industry, you plant seeds. You plant seeds to reap the benefits later. And reaping the benefits later might be 2 years down the road. It might be 3 years, and it might be 4. I've had people watching me since I joined this business, and I've been in for 4 years, and they're just now signing up, or they signed up last year, or they signed up in 2 years. You have to plant the seeds, and you have to just keep being consistent. I was going to say something.
I think what a lot of people don't realize, because we've been in the business a little bit longer, we talk to people for a long time. Very, very seldom does it happen that I talk to somebody one day and they sign up. On average, I say I talk to them for at least 6 months before they sign up. So people that I'm signing up now, I've probably been talking to them since back in 2014.
Did you guys hear that? 6 months, average.
Then we talked to you for 2 years, and it took them to sign up. 2 years. I mean, that was our
very seldom
message before
does it happen that somebody signs up right then and there, and not just distributor, but loyal customer. So somebody asks for information. I don't assume I'm getting the sale right then and there. I just assume that I'm planting that seed in their mind, that they're going to think about it. They're going to watch me. I've caught their attention. They've caught mine, so I know they're interested. But chances are they're probably not going to sign up right then and there. They're going to wait a little bit until they're ready.
And they're definitely not going to sign if they don't see you posting anything on it works. So you don't want to lose those seeds you've planted all over, then you keep posting. You want to keep those seeds that you worked on, you post. I mean, if someone's out there thinking about it, I mean, I'm not going to go back to somebody who's not working this business.
And say social media isn't your thing, fine. Talk to people. Open your mouth. Call people.
Text, anything, yeah.
Yeah, Megan posts like crazy. I was thinking about it for like months.
So when you think of somebody
And
in
I've
a
never
rap
reached
show,
out
like,
to
I'm
her.
going to contact
No, I went to her.
Yeah.
Because I've seen all her posts about it. And I've done a rap before, like one, but I see all her posts. So I reached out to her.
And did you like every single post? Did you comment on the post?
Because honestly, it's kind of funny we did just kind of that.
She's really good friends. She is dating one of my exes.
See? And that's why social media, you can have your friends, cousins, boyfriend, sister, dog as your little customer.
And we both have daughters.
Yeah, see? You can do it all. So that's why it's nice. Social media, they can reach out to this.
Yeah, because she didn't even have to come to me. I went to her because I see her post every day about it all the time.
Yeah.
So finally I was like,
thank you.
I was like, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, love it.
I just want to add just a few people that I think everybody should follow on social media, and that is our CEO, Mark Pentecost, if you're not, Pam Souter.
Can we look this up now?
I have the names posted. I posted them last night.
Okay.
Pam Souter, Mike Patillo, John Eric Bosler, sorry. And who else did you say?
Major Jones.
And this is what's nice about going to corporate events, because you're going to see a leader up there on stage that you connect with, and then you can follow them on social media.
So find somebody that you.
Because we probably follow different leaders. All three of us probably follow different leaders, but you follow a certain leader that you connect with.
Any questions on social media?
I have a comment on social media.
Okay.
I don't believe you're on LinkedIn. Are you?
No, I'm not.
You should get on LinkedIn too. You should get on LinkedIn. You can see a lot of other people and what they're doing. Very beneficial.
But you not stalking. They know when you look at their.
I know. I don't. I like the stalking.
You
Yeah.
click
you're
on
right.
it and they know that you've looked at it.
See, I've never even attempted LinkedIn. I've
I get all these emails about it. Like somebody wants to follow people on LinkedIn, or they would
I
invite
just
me.
started doing it. I did not know that.
I'll have to look into LinkedIn. It's not one that I've ever. And again, like we've said, like Instagram works really well with Krissy. I still post on my Instagram because I want anyone who's going to go to my page to see that I'm a network distributor, along with, I'm selling my lifestyle, along with my husband and my children and things like that. But Facebook is what works for me. So LinkedIn might be something for someone else, and yeah. So there are so many different social media. Just find one that works for you. Okay.
One more thing about social media. If you see a before and after picture and you have no idea where it came from, somebody just shared some random picture. And number two, if it totally blows your mind and you're thinking, no way, don't post it. Know where it came from. Get the person's name if you can.
Know the timeline.
Know the timeline, how many wraps they used, what they did in between. Know the details about it.
The last thing you want is somebody backlashing at you.
And I've seen before and after pictures just somebody grabbed from Google, and somebody just took a before and after picture and put it in like a corporate background, and they totally had it swapped. And it was a picture of the boobs, but so it would look bigger like after, and people are like, "It's making the boobs bigger." No, guys, okay,
I
don't.
wish.
Just know what you're posting.
Because there's some that I see and I'm like, being a network distributor, I'm
Yes.
like, I understand that can happen, but I would never share that. Because me, myself, I'm like, really? Did that really happen? So
I've seen crazy ones, like in me personally wrapping somebody and seeing them. But to see the picture, I wouldn't have believed it. And we have way too many skeptics that aren't going to believe you.
just be smart with them.
My golden rule is if I can't figure out the name of this person, doesn't mean I have to be friends with them. But if I can't say, like Tessa, like she was one, if I can't say Tessa's wrap results, then I don't post it. If I can't find their
Or
name.
the ones from the corporate page. Because if you
Yes,
go to the
corporate.
face,
Use all of those, unless
Corporate
they
page,
look
yeah.
sketchy, like the one with boobs.
yeah.
Corporate would never post a picture
Right.
of somebody's boobs.
So
Right.
on corporate's Facebook page, which you can't even access the
Yeah.
folder from your phone, like from the Facebook app, like you have to use the web version. But there's an actual folder that is full of nothing but testimonial pictures, and they're all approved by corporate. So even though you don't know who they are, there is a timeline tied to them, and there is, like, those are legitimate. It works ones.
Okay, so that's social media. Let's touch base on being a walking billboard. Wearing your gear. There's guys looking pretty good out there tonight wearing your stuff. Wear it. People ask you about it. We had a meeting Monday night, and we each had our shirts on, and a guy walks up and he's like, "What works?" They ask you just and to be approachable, because if you're walking around looking like you're PO'd, somebody's not going to be like, "Oh, what works?" Like, walk around with a smile on your face and look like you're approachable, and have blitz cards ready. Have them ready in your purse, in your diaper bag, with your label on it and everything.
Yeah, this business is the only business that it's morally acceptable to sell yourself, and that's what you're doing. Like, I mean, it's okay to do that. That also means that I remember when I started this business, I didn't have the extra income to buy a bunch of gear. You can buy one shirt, guys. One shirt, and keep washing it and keep washing it. I still have my first shirts.
I do too.
And I'm like, yeah. I mean, and I had one shirt for probably 6 months.
Just get one of the catchy ones. Like those. That one's really
My suggestion if you're gonna get one is to get one that has stuff on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
was
one that
looking at that
says,
one.
"Have you tried this crazy wrap?" Like, that is the one that always.
I think that one with it in the front is better than the back though, because if
I
somebody's
believe
watching
it
you
works,
walk
yeah.
away, I doubt they're gonna come.
I
running
can
at
tell
you.
like if I go out for dinner, okay, sitting at the bar at my favorite Mexican restaurant, they see it on my back and people walk behind me, and I've had a couple people ask me about it.
But say you're going to a grocery store or the bank and you got that one on that says, "Have you tried that crazy wrap thing?" Here you are, face to face with this person. You bring up the conversation. You know, how are you today? How's it going? And then she's like, "Oh, what's this crazy wrap thing?" Like if it's on the front of your shirt.
Yeah, the It Works sports bra is not gonna probably get you a I'm just gonna throw it. I mean, it could. I don't know what kind of, but I mean, yeah. Find a shirt that works for you. Wear it everywhere.
Be your walking billboard. Wear the same shirt day after day. No.
Monday night, I was maybe.
No, I'm like you're kind of a scuzzbug today because you have the same exact outfit you wore yesterday.
Are they cotton? Because then I can't dry them because then it won't fit me again.
Yeah, some of them you just, most times you don't
All-
even dry.
This one, it's gone through the dryer 50,000 times already.
I just had a baby like a little over 2 months ago, and I literally have to buy large and still can't dry my stuff.
Okay, that's why
A
you got
lot of
these
mine
wraps.
don't.
Yeah.
Most of
And that's
mine
gonna not
don't.
be a bad thing when you have to buy new clothing
are still
because
really
new
small.
stuff, yeah, just,
Yes.
yeah.
Most of mine never shrank.
Really?
This one never shrank. My No Excuses one never shrank.
The few things that I bought like to wear for now, like I don't dry because I'm afraid it's gonna shrink, and I can't wear it, and then I have like nothing to wear. It's
Or
nice.
even the jackets. I think the jackets are always a good
Yeah,
idea.
I'm
To, you know what I mean? You can find a shirt and put like a little jacket over it, all kinds of stuff. But
Okay.
Mine says
get a shirt.
This is the new
Oh,
one.
really?
If anybody.
It's I like mine, but you can't buy
The
it.
I
sleeves
love
are
it.
really,
I know, I
really
almost
big.
wore that.
That's cute from conference.
See, that's probably not cotton.
That's comfy, like. But again, the armholes are really big.
Yeah.
You wear a chain.
I do.
I mean, that's selling yourself. No bra, no nothing. Got it. All right.
Okay. Last thing we got as far as like signing the loyal customers and is messaging. Did you want to go over that? Like how to talk to somebody and.
I don't really know that how many I actually have personally enrolled in here, but just a raise of hand. Who signed after getting a personal message on Facebook from someone? Signed as a loyal, signed as a distributor, signed as anything. Well, like a personal message.
I did.
A fourth of the room? Yeah, she would be. I mean,
quite a
so
few of you.
that, I mean, it's a personal message a lot of times that.
That's what they just did. Someone commented on that picture I posted today. And someone commented on it.
See, and then you personally message them. That's exactly it. So
Do you hear that personally?
Not a
Yeah,
message with
private
15
message.
other people.
Private
Not
message.
And not copy and pasting and not anything that's this long.
Because trust me, I did that when I first started, and I had a girl right on my timeline. I think you just sent me some sort of spam message. I went ahead and deleted it. I'm like, no, that wasn't spam.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
that was from me. Yeah.
Hashtag
Too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too much.
I'm one of my favorite lines that I ever use is you should join this crazy rap thing and make some money with me.
Or every single time I get paid, I think about you. I think it would be great.
I compliment them and say, hey,
that one on me.
Yeah, and,
She
but
did.
and it's true. My sister who signed her. There are people like we just got paid today. There are two people in the back of my mind right now that I'm still thinking about. That I'm like, gosh, I know they could use this kind of money, and I know they can do this business. And I trust me, they get a message every couple of weeks.
that's what I compliment them. I say, I think you would freaking rock out this business with me. Would you take the time to talk to me about it?
Give me 15 minutes of your time.
And if you have somebody that says, yeah, I send me some information, I would ask them to get them on the phone or to meet them in person.
And if they don't
that's
respond,
not,
that's okay.
yeah, sometimes they go away. If that's not an option, if you can't meet on the meet or talk on the phone, or whatever reason might be, send them bits of information at a time, and not so much like not anything that long, because if you're just giving them bits of information and you're kind of leaving it open-ended, they're going to ask a question or end it with a question. So they need to, ask, oh, well, what's this $500 bonus? Or how do I get the $20,000 bonus? Or whatever, just end it with a question and keep it short.
I still work this system in my head, the way I message people and who I talk to, is I think about going through my news feed, because again, I use Facebook. Facebook works really well for me because I can have Nick Jr. on and be on my phone and working while my kids are there. I go through and who on my Facebook do I wish I could give $10,000 to? I mean, if you can't go through your Facebook and can't find one person you wish you could give $10,000 to, you need
Probably
to set up
Facebook friends.
your friends are awesome. And those are who I contact. And here's the thing, who you would want to give $10,000 to, you're not handing anyone $10,000, you are handing someone the opportunity to maybe make $10,000 in income this year extra with this business. Maybe you are introducing this business to someone who's going to get a $50,000 bonus. How rewarding can your life be by introducing this to someone and watching it change their life? I mean, I got goosebumps. It is literally doing that for people. And that, if you stop thinking about, oh my gosh, if I sign this girl and she knows so many people and she's going to get me to Emerald and she's going to get me to Diamond. No, it doesn't work like that. I want you to go through your Facebook or go through your friends list or go through your phone and be like, whose life can I change? Whose can I introduce this to and let it take over for them? Let them change their lives, because that's what's happening, guys. So I go by the 10,000 rule. Who do I know on my Facebook that I wish I could give $10,000 to? And now, granted, they're going to put the action into it. Okay, you can, there are plenty of people who I introduced this business to who needed $10,000 to quit, but there are also people who are probably always going to need $10,000. And that's not to be harsh, and that's not to be mean, but there are some people who allow their circumstances to dictate their lives for the rest of their lives. Or there are some who allow their circumstances to dictate the moment that they're ready to change it. And if you can be that person to offer that to someone, it's not going to change their lives, it's going to change you. And there's no way it can't. So work with intention, sign with intention. And when it comes from that place, guys, it won't feel like spam to them. It won't feel like a line. Because it's coming from a good place. You find that good place in yourself, you'll sign it. Hallelujah. Anyone else want to give me an amen?
Do you all, okay, by show of hands, who has a hundreds list written out? They work the list. Okay, if you don't, go make one tonight.
And do you know, if you don't know what a hundreds list is, it's sitting down, and I like to do this without my Facebook, even when I touch my note.
Yeah.
And put names of people who
And
you
don't think,
want to change
I
their
don't
life.
think they do this.
Like literally everyone
Right.
needs to be on this list.
The name pops in your mind, put it down.
Again, think of who are 100 people you wish you could give $10,000 to. So,
Or would love to be healthier, or would love the products, or
With just one free product, you might go to the party.
yeah, party.
Yeah.
Who out there has a chicken list? So you have a list of people who you are scared to death to say something
I haven't
to.
put it on a list, but I know who they are. They're the ones I skip past when I'm going through.
They're so it's so far of a chicken list that I can't even write them down.
you're too chicken
Everybody on
friendly
my
about
Facebook
paper.
page. Everybody.
I challenge you, eat into chicken. What would happen?
I'm gonna do it like you're person, or do I want to like
Throw up.
here though too?
Don't
And then
torture
you
yourself
see
by checking everyone that read your message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you see that they're Reddit and they're like, they're not responding.
I'll do it too.
Yeah.
I still have people on my chicken list, so I'm gonna do it too.
I'm insane. I have no chicken list. I don't know if I just have I
That
don't.
doesn't surprise me.
I know. I'm serious. I'm because I look at people, I'm like, you're dumb.
You're on people's chicken list.
I probably am. I'm like, oh my God, stop messaging me, crazy person.
I kind of like that too. Like I don't really care. Like I messaged Megan. I got her number. I texted her. She was like,
You were an easy sale.
Yeah, I
Women
was.
are not just like you. They're
Not
not
all
like you.
people are that easy.
No.
No, I'm yeah. So, but that was funny because I just like literally went and wanted all about it.
Those are nice. Those are
I
nice.
didn't say about it.
But she did the work by posting on social media.
Yeah, she did.
She did the
Blew
work of
up. I
signing
didn't
you
see about it.
without actually messaging you. She did the
Yeah,
work.
now I know she's interested, so I'm like, I have to keep posting.
Yeah, you don't know who you're gonna sign
I
for.
remind her she wanted to do that.
Exactly.
I love it.
So make your hundreds list. Contact one person on your chickens list.
And if somebody says no, you don't cross their name out. That just means not right now.
How many people, show of hands, said no first before they signed up as a distributor and then became a distributor?
4 times.
Okay, raise your hand if you were asked to be a distributor at any point and you said no. I love it. See? That's half the room.
I actually did just yesterday for the unique mascara. My aunts and stuff sell that, but I did say no.
Well, that you're okay to say no to.
And you really meant no there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have it. I like it, but I don't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to sell this.
But no,
I said I'm more worried about my body and my health right now than my makeup.
Yeah, but no, most people say no first. I said no at the wrap party that even though I saw great results and knew I wanted to sell it because the little girl wasn't very professional. And so again, if you're wearing your shirt and you're being unprofessional or it's no one's gonna approach you, no one's gonna sign with you. And what if you have someone who's just itching to sign and you walk by with a knitwork shirt on, but you are in a terrible mood? They're gonna wait and go on to someone else and find someone else. So, be professional. Or drink with your shirt on. I mean, that does help. I mean, you can be very friendly. Just order that chicken list. You can have a chicken list after that.
Does make a lot easier.
Uh-huh. Everyone to go home and do a shot and then contact their chicken list.
Right.
And can you sign distributors before loyal customers?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
You can
Change a little
sign.
customer to a distributor.
Let's talk about that just real briefly. Whenever I don't know what like Megan has like introduced and whatnot, but we get a fast start bonus for every distributor that we sign, and they get 2 loyal customers. Okay, you can start getting that fast start bonus when you yourself have 2 loyal customers.
And one. Yeah, your first turn.
You're fast start qualified at any point when you have 2 loyal customers.
But to get the bonus, I would 2 loyal customers this month, right?
For her to get the bonus.
Oh, for her, right?
You sign a distributor tomorrow, but you don't have any loyal customers yet. Okay, you need to get 2 loyal customers before their 30 days is up.
Like if you go to your home screen when you first log in, and it has all the information about your account, it'll say fast start qualified, and you don't have a check mark yet. Right. Work towards getting that check mark. Once you get that check mark, you can get fast start the rest of your business.
Right, which is that $100.
Once you are fast start qualified once, you're fast start qualified for the rest of your life.
Okay. So every distributor that you ever sign and they get 2 loyal customers, you get a $100 bonus.
And those are paid out weekly on Fridays. So those are fast start Fridays. And sometimes if they're generous, you get them on Thursdays.
They paid tonight. I saw people.
Now, what is it after you hit diamond or emerald or I don't know what it is?
You have the license to start rent money.
What do you say?
CAD bonus.
You have the license to print money.
Cabs, license.
Let's just say you need to get to diamond.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Big time. That's what all of
It's
the rules
mind
in.
blowing.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll touch base on that in like a leadership. That's it. Just know that you need to be a diamond. Okay, any questions about that? Any of that?
I don't know how you guys got your husband.
They didn't get them. They signed them.
My husband is like my biggest friend. He's like, you're not gonna tell anything, babe. Like, just whatever. Even though I have.
He's one of those.
He's one of the sweetest guy I'll ever meet until you try to.
Well, for the longest time, my husband was saying, you need to get a second job a real second job and not it works. It wasn't until it wasn't until I got him to a corporate event that he saw it. And his first corporate event was my first corporate event. So from then on, he was gung ho. So now every single day he works out of town. So every single day we're talking on the phone at night and he'll be like, "Did you sign a little customer? Did you sign a distributor?" I'm like, "Leave me alone." But like he is my biggest pusher now. But it took him a while to get there. So
My husband has always been supportive. That's me. And I know that there's a lot of husbands that are not. I know that there's a lot of husbands. I know there's a lot of husbands that it takes them to see a comma in the check. And then all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, how's our rap business?"
yeah, it's not just your rap business now, it's our rap
I think it's
business.
the biggest thing. I work with a lot. It's probably but yeah. So I tried doing like Avon a couple years ago when I got laid off from my previous hospital, and so I think he kind of saw how that went, and then he's like, "Babe, this is usually a job," and she's like, whatever. And
Prove them wrong.
I think he's not getting the interest.
Yeah, eventually he'll call you his sugar mama, and it's kind of
He does that now.
yeah. And
You know?
I tell people, because I have a few girls on my team who struggle with that same kind of issue at home, and we never want to make it hard on the home life by any means, but what it really comes down to when they say like, "Oh, you're never going to do anything with this business," that's a pyramid scheme. A lot of times, and I've had husbands say this to me, the people on my team, and I'm like, "Okay, so what company do you know? What company did you try, or your dad try, or your sister, or what company do you know? Is it Avon? That and that that it didn't work, or whatever it is." And I show them the difference between it works and say like Avon. A lot of people, they're not trying to be mean when they're bashing your business. It's they're misinformed, or they've had a very negative experience with something that maybe was like a pyramid. And honestly, it's not. They just are assuming that that's what this is. We are different. Our comp plan is different. So I try to go with like, what is it that you're comparing this to?
So what do you say when someone says that? It's just a pyramid scheme.
I say, well, when they say that to me, I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like,
Because
like a
chances
scheme?
are they're misinformed about
What is
a
that
pyramid
supposed to
scheme
be?
Yeah, like I respond to them. A lot of times they're like, well, like you just like pay money to work, and I'm like, well, no, I own my own business, so yeah, I have products that I purchase because I don't want to sell something I don't use. They're like, well, you'll never make any money with that. Well, I sold a wrap yesterday, made $25. It went in my gas tank and filled my gas tank up, so a lot of times it's people will have people who will confront them or be like, kind of picking at them. And when you're like, oh, well, and I get it, like it takes a little bit of confidence to have that. Clearly, I don't care what anyone says to me.
I think people be like,
But
how
think
much do you
about
think
it,
you
like,
made overall? Like,
what isn't a pyramid?
I hear that a lot of people are like,
Everything
you're gonna pay
is.
all this money.
McDonald's
to do this.
is, corporate America is, everything at some point has somebody up at the top. Fortunately for this, you're the person at the top of your organization. I'm the person at the top of my organization.
But, okay, in a pyramid, and what they're thinking of is where you join the company is where you stay. That's not how this is. I have probably 20-something ambassadors under me, but I'm a presidential. Just because you come in as a distributor doesn't mean you can't surpass your sponsor. These girls and each of you could totally fly right by me. That's not a pyramid. Yeah.
But it might.
I was really expecting it.
Well, and I'll compare it. I'll be like, so when you work for a company and HR signs you, it doesn't mean that when you get promoted, the girl at HR gets promoted too because she hired you. Right. That's the same way like our businesses. Just because I sign you and you promote doesn't necessarily mean I promote. I mean, you can go above me. Just because that girl in HR signed you in a corporate company doesn't mean that her paycheck is higher than yours. And that's how our business works.
Yes. And usually pyramid schemes are very, very high startup cost. Ours is $100. determines what kind of comp, like your compensation is going to be, your higher percentages. Ours is you do the 3 simple steps, you do the steps to success, and you're unlocking every single bit of the comp plan. So you just need to be educated on what, number one, what they're thinking of what a pyramid scheme is, and actually what we are, and what a risk pyramid is.
And just make money and show them. Like, I mean, that's the best.
So it's not a pyramid scheme, like at all.
It's called multi-level marketing. Yeah. Direct sales. Avon, Mary Kay, Pampered Chef, Leah Sophia.
We're just
Unique.
we're just like them, but with a better
Oh
comp plan.
yeah.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
what's that? The face body stuff. Touch the hand. Mary.
Oh, that
Yes, my aunt sells that too.
one. Roden and Fields is pretty big now too.
And you know what? And I support. I mean,
They're
I
expensive.
love it when people have other careers. Like,
It works.
I mean,
It's been around for a while.
yeah. But when I have become much more of a
14
supporter
years.
of multi-level marketing. I will never be a part of another multi-level marketing company because I found what works for me, and this is my niche. But
I
To
support
be
them for
similar,
taking the
it's-
lead
yeah.
into
Yeah, I
network
still
marketing.
support people that are in the multi.
because there are some
Tell them that.
companies out there that work very well. I find one that works the best for me.
Well, my aunt does very well with veneering and stuff because she's well, her face she looks like she's maybe 40 and she's like 65. And it really works really well for her. So that's like her niche. It works good for her.
Yeah, everyone has to find their niche.
Okay, let's talk about how to sign distributors.
Do like 10 minutes on that. Like
Yeah, we
question
don't have
answer?
very long, but what does that mean?
Teach. Is it a teacher that you sign to teach?
Everyone in this room signed as a distributor for a different reason, and everyone in this room has a different why, but also was introduced to this business differently. And you need to take that upon yourself. We did a team party with some of the girls on my team the last time when we all went around the room and talked about how we signed this business. Was it like the products first that we were introduced to? There's so many different avenues to why you will sign personal messaging, seeing things on Facebook, being a loyal customer, going to a party. There are different as far as right. Yeah, anything else on that? I don't know. So there it is, guys.
That's how you sign a
Go sign a distributor now. Good
I
job.
guess we really did touch base on it though throughout there.
Me
Yeah.
personally, the biggest thing is confidence. Have confidence in yourself, the company.
I really think that the eye opener, because it was an eye opener for me, was you can be a loyal customer for $59 or $40 more. You can start your business.
Use that, guys. If they're interested in the wraps, say for $40 more, you can become a distributor and start earning extra money. Okay, there's no commitment whatsoever by them doing and becoming a distributor.
And ask people. Like, just open your mouth and ask. Do you want to make extra money? Because if you're not asking, you're not going to make that.
Sometimes they don't even know though too.
Right.
If you're not asking. So when it comes time, I use this when I sit down with somebody.
Like, I'm on the phone with somebody and I literally have that in
Use
front of
it
me.
through me. Or use it through every conversation that I'm having with somebody. And when it comes down to the end, and I'm going to see if they're going to be a loyal customer or a distributor, I'm going to read through what sounds better for you. Are you interested in earning extra money? Are you interested in just getting my wholesale costs and getting the products? So ask, because if you don't ask, one, they might not know, and two, they're not going to say yes. Ask.
How many of you have ever been asked, what does it mean to be a distributor? And you're like, what in the world do I respond to that? And you would have responded them to something like this.
I actually
Literally-
kind of
Yeah,
asked that.
literally, all I say, I share these products and the opportunity with my friends and family. That's it. They're like, okay, well, how do you get paid? Wrap cash, bonuses, and commissions. Don't throw up over everyone, because that was my biggest thing. Of whenever I would have people interested in being a distributor, and I would totally talk them out of it because I would throw up all over them. Answer what's asked, and ask them, you ready to join? Or what's stopping you from joining? What else do you need to know?
And you only get good at that by continually to ask people, okay? Because I remember in the beginning, I was the same way. And I was like, oh my God, I'm losing them. I'm losing them. Like I could see the glaze look like starting to happen. I'm like, oh yeah, they are on. They are thinking about their grocery list, and I'm still going on.
And you're going on because they're
and you don't know how to stop.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I'm literally in my head like, stop talking, stop talking.
Silence
Who
is okay.
in here has grown up when it came time to talking to somebody about it?
Not
Like literally.
Work on it.
Work on it.
Oh, like
Yeah.
you can't take that.
You
Like,
get
going on and on.
excited. You get excited, and you need to just take a step back, and you're thinking, remember how you felt when somebody was talking to you about it. And if somebody would tell you everything that you're telling them, you would probably be taken back, and you would be like, that's so confusing. I don't know what she's talking about. And you're gone. So
I always found simplicity was key. Like I never asked questions, I answered them, and then they would ask another question, I would answer them, and just go.
until they go MIA.
Yeah.
And then you got to like, you know.
And that's why you guys, these team pages and people using them and asking questions, you don't know everything the day you sign up. You can't.
I still don't know everything.
Me either. I'm like, I mean, you can't understand it all when you sign up. So utilize these team pages, you know, and utilize these questions.
You are never too far into this business to ask questions.
Oh gosh, no. So yeah.
And for everybody in here and for everybody watching, like us leaders, we pour into those people big time who we see out there and we see posting and we see on our team pages. Like, because it's those people that we're like, okay, she really, really wants this. We're going to put a lot of our time and our efforts into this.
I tell all my new people,
Be in your face.
be in my face. Like, you are not annoying me, be in my face. Because the more you are in my face, the more I'm going to stick with you because you get this, you want this, and I'm going to help you run.
When I see someone's name over and over again, whether it's welcoming, whether it's congratulating, whether it's answering questions, asking questions, any of that, those are the ones that I'm like, I'm going to applaud her and turn her. See where she's at. I want to see if I can help her get to this next spot. That's what I did. That's how Elisha and I met. I was that like little girl who's like, oh my God, how do you do this? And what is an E-suite? And you know, like things like that. I didn't know, but I wanted to know.
She came to a little meeting that I had and we had separated the
green
meeting.
pants. I was like all in. I would know green pants. I did not have it work shirt.
We separated to where we did like newbie to Ruby training in the beginning, and then we were going to go a little bit higher up and kind of take it a step to the next level. And I told her, I was like, hey, you know, this might be over your head. Feel free to go ahead and go. And she said, no, I'm going to stick around for this.
I was like, I'm going to be dying. So why would I stop at Ruby?
Then is what she is now.
I was
Yes,
just
I
lying.
still remember.
But I plugged into her because I'm like, okay, she's totally wanting this. And no, she wasn't on my top line. No, she wasn't. She was freaking 8 levels down. But I'm like, she wants this. She gets it. I'm going to pour into her.
Now she's stuck with me. But no, I mean, that's the truth, guys. It really is those people. Because there are so many people that we as leaders didn't personally enroll. It doesn't mean we still don't want you to succeed, and we're not going to give you the one-on-one attention just because you weren't personally enrolled. So just be a part of the team. And I will tell you, nothing frustrates me more when I can see that someone saw this, or you have a post and then 10 minutes later it's the same question. I mean, that's like a slap in the face. Come on. You saw this post, but you didn't comment, you didn't like it, but you know, or you're gonna ask a question and not welcome someone who just entered the team 5 minutes ago. I mean, that's your character.
Think about how you were whenever you first got welcome to that team page, how good it felt to have all
Oh
those
my gosh, I had
welcomes on there.
so many people. I was
It
like
felt
so
good.
surprised.
Yeah.
So
do that.
now you return the favor and you welcome.
Yeah, it was. I was really
Because
surprised.
it's a scary feeling.
It
You're
is.
jumping into something that you have no idea if you can
Someone
be
may have just
successful
thrown
or not.
up on you and you signed up.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
at least you can be like welcomed.
Yeah.
So yeah, take that back to your first day whenever you joined. How nice that felt.
Anything else?
No, nothing that I can think of. Any questions?
Yeah, let's get some questions. Any questions?
I have a short question because the one wrap I've ever done before, like a couple years ago, they said to use like a measuring tape to measure. No, not pictures.
There's a wrapping 101.
That's what I was gonna do pictures.
A wrapping 101 file on our team page. Just read through that.
So
Utilize those files.
I-
There's some pages I'll show you you're in there.
Go to the file section.
That's good because we got them at a yoga class.
I still go. There are ones that I still go back. As the different, it's the different. Yeah, I still utilize that on like different ways to talk to different people about the business and the.
Here's a big tip. Say you have a question about can you use this while breastfeeding, or you need some hair, skin, and nail results, or you need some tummy results. You go to our team page, there's a little search bar up at the top.
A
You
little
can
magnifying
search breastfeeding, and you'll get all the questions about breastfeeding. You'll get searching hair, skin, and nails. You'll get all the posts about hair, skin, and nails.
If you search tip or tips, every single post that has the word tips in it is going to pop up. There are a ton of tips, party tips. I did a video a day 1 month where I did a tip, every day. There's so many tips on that team page that you'll learn
You
a
can
ton.
scroll for days.
Is this the STL?
The
Team
TBGTD.
BGTD. Got all the-
I have that.
Oh yeah.
I get that more than anything. I'm like, I'm a part of this group, and I don't know why.
Top isn't that.
It doesn't say
anything.
Yeah, who goes to the anyway.
You're not the only one to answer that. You know how it goes from like,
That's on any group page.
Yeah, but
All
now
the stuff is on
Okay.
there.
used to you weren't able to search from your phone, but if you have an iPhone, you can.
You can't do it with an Android.
You can't
Can't
do
do it with Android?
Sorry.
That's lame.
Okay, so I just learned this just a couple of weeks ago. So if you go
I don't even know
to
this.
if you go to like your Facebook, okay, go
Yeah, I do
to
this.
go to BGTD. Okay. Now up here in the little next to the search magnifying glass, it says Team BGTD. Okay, click in there. Do not delete Team BGTD. Okay, put a space. And now I'm going to type in tips. Every post in BGTD that has the word tips in it is now going to pop up.
Look at all those light bulbs.
That just made my
My
head.
mom has
So you know
iPhone.
what that means? It means you can literally run your entire
Go to the web
business.
first.
Oh, I can't do it. Yeah, on my
Mine is the app.
I use
But
my
I
mom's
go
iPhone.
to, like, since I have an Android, I go to my Chrome, and so it changes to the desktop site, and then it'll have the search bar on the top right-hand side, and I'll just search. I didn't think about right or left.
I go listen
She's
to
gotta
that.
put up
She
her-
told me how to find it.
No, I think about which hand I'm right with.
Oh.
I'm like, search
I'm
groups.
sorry I keep calling you mother.
No, that's
Answers to this stuff.
yeah.
I know.
Any other questions? We need some questions. We got about 20 minutes left.
Would you suggest not wrapping yourself the first time you do a wrap?
Like have someone else wrap you.
Or have somebody do it? Oh,
Exactly.
it's so easy.
Okay, so I could.
We have a video on that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes it's kind of nice to wrap yourself because you can explain to other people how to wrap yourself. And I will tell you, if you ask your husband if he's like my husband, I'm like, get out of here. No,
He's gonna
you
do worse
cannot
than I
wrap
would about
me.
myself.
Like, no. Like, sometimes I'm like, no, I'm
Jill
gonna
would
wrap myself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super easy.
We have, is the video Where's our video?
Yes, so.
It is on.
It's on the website.
Yeah, if you go to www.tbgtd.com, there's documents there, there's videos there, there's tips on there.
There's a, and
Some of
those are
those
just,
documents we need to update.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, do you have the
That's our
most
list of
recent
things
party
to
guide?
Yeah.
That's the most recent one? Okay, and there's nothing in there about the Ruby bonus, is there?
She said
But the
that
goods aren't.
It just says earn, get out of debt bonuses.
I have not opened my kit yet.
The party, she just got her kit today in the mail.
That's
I have
part
not
of-
opened it.
Yeah,
yet.
the party pad is just like, it, you
Go
use it
through
to, yeah,
Third party.
it's an information pad.
I use that when I talk to people to help keep myself
Yeah.
on track and that I don't go off into left field. I'm just sticking with that.
Yes.
Do we have anybody in Kansas City who is a team or anything? Okay, I need connections because I have a team on my LCs that's switching to a TT.
I have 2 girls out there.
We have
Someone else.
huge team.
Okay, because she needs a support system up there. I'm going up to do her launch, but
I'll be out there a lot in the very near future. So.
And there's a girl on our team who just signed too, this month, who's in Casey, who's new, launch parties and all that too. Yep.
They do monthly team meetings and everything that we do.
Fun.
Any other
Anything else?
questions? Bring them on.
What questions do you have that you need answered so you go promote? Anything?
Best advice for like vendors. 'Cause I have one on Sunday, and I kind of wanted to promote the bonus for the Ruby while I was there, just like a little bit, just to like kind of put it out there, like on something so people kind of ask.
Everyone
so,
would, oh, sorry, go ahead. I was just saying, everyone would walk on my table and be like, "Do you need $500? Do you need $500?
Yeah, and you
$500?"
know how you can get like those black like marker boards?
Yeah.
Like, would you be interested in having an extra $500? You know?
I really want to push that for the next 2 weeks.
I heard a tip on a call a while back, it was on a team page. And we are all guilty of this whenever we do, not guilty of it, but a lot of us do this at events. We will have a drawing box for put your name in for something free. So people are going to put their name in for something free, and then they're not going to order something because they're like, well, shoot, I want to try to win something free. Whereas if you don't have a free drawing, you tell them they can sign up as a loyal customer, they can sign up as a distributor. And there were girls getting like 30 plus loyal
So
customers.
don't do the free rec then. Don't do that. Okay.
I don't think so. And after hearing that tip,
That makes sense.
When did you hear that one? Obviously too late, right? After ours.
Yes, this was just not that long. It was
Oh.
recently. Yeah.
That's what's nice is you're constantly learning new things through this business, guys. It's
That's
never
why you just need catalogs. Let's
I take like a
and
platter
a shot of tequila.
and I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought all this fake fruit and I set my greens in it. And people are always like,
People
what
always
is
miss
this?
it. You know what else also attracts them is go to Hobby Lobby and go to like the wedding section aisle and get those little diamonds.
and set it up on the table.
Yes.
Okay.
It looks classy because you got a black
Get a
tablecloth.
black. Just go get a black flat sheet.
Yeah. And then these little diamonds sprinkled.
Do levels, like get just different size boxes, and then you put them under your black sheet and just set stuff up.
That'll look nice.
Okay, so I asked the girls that are watching if they had any questions.
Oh, thank you.
And, well, just, I didn't put it out to the team page. They're looking to approach salons and spas.
What do they need?
What are your suggestions?
They need a
A
Blitz
wrap.
card and a wrap.
Okay,
Wrap somebody when you walk in. Whether it's the owner, whether it's the receptionist, whether it's a stylist, whether it's
You probably don't need to type that if they're watching.
no,
Yeah, I like that. I think if someone would have walked in to the salon, I mean,
With like a
it was like-
pamphlet, like
the
this,
owner's gonna see you walking in and they're gonna run in the opposite direction.
and the person at the front desk will be like, no, she's not here right now.
So if you walk in and say, "I want to wrap," is there anyone that I can wrap for free? I've made
Yeah,
a,
because you can't walk into a salon and be like, I'll wrap you, but you need to pay $25.
you're gonna wrap them. And you could say it's Customer Appreciation Week or it's Salon Appreciation Week. And we're in a bunch of different salons, our products are. So we're just going around to some local salons here in this area, and I would like to just wrap one person in here for free.
Do you mind if I leave some blitz cards? And then hand them out to everybody sitting down getting their hair colored, all stylists.
And if you wrap somebody, say, do you mind showing me around the place? And then have them lift their shirt up so they can kind of show everybody and have them give you a tour. Because every single person in that room is going to see this girl with a wrap on her stomach and they're going to wonder what she's doing.
Do you have them take a before picture so that I can see after? Then you leave before they take it off.
Yeah, and I get their cell number. I just say, you know, for compliance reasons, I need to go ahead and just get your info, you know, because I'm leaving you with a wrap on. And then I text them, follow up, whatever. I'm always like, you know, do you mind sending me your after picture? You know, they were comfortable enough to let me wrap. They're usually very comfortable with sending you an after picture.
They said things.
Yeah. That's a good question, though. That's a good question. No script needed. You just go in, trust me, you know, free wraps. Or it's nice that you can go in there and people will be like, oh no, someone here already sells them. That's a lot better than just dropping your stuff off. If you drop off a packet of blitz cards and
Guess where it's going.
and there's a girl there that's I mean, she's probably gonna be like, you're not putting that stuff up there.
Very true. That happens.
So,
Do they still sell It Works wraps and stuff at like because I know I did my first one at like a yoga class where I got it from.
yeah, I mean they're kind of throughout.
That person just
Exercising
needs to be a
classes.
distributor.
With the salon that I worked at before I retired, I mean, I was selling them, and then there's still numerous girls that work there who sell.
Yeah, same with the stuff that I went to.
So, yeah, it's still in the salon. So. Good question.
Anybody else? Anybody else out there on the team page? Did you look at the team page? If you have a question out there in our live stream, people, ask a question on the team page. You got 5 minutes.
It's gonna blow up.
Yeah, my newsfeed's gonna be like crazy.
Any
Anybody else here?
I can't think of anything else.
Do you have any questions that anybody on your team has ever asked you and you don't know the answer to? Nope. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna finish up. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, so
Okay.
So, okay, after your low customer for 3 months, is that when they get 10 per month?
No.
Explain that.
That's a good. Okay, so when someone signs up as a loyal customer, if they share on Pinterest or Twitter, they get 10 per point. So they share their landing page after signing up. They have 30 days to refer as many friends, family members as they like. And for every person they refer in those first 30 days, they're either going to get a free box of wraps or a $35 product credit.
That's the first month that they are
They are a loyal customer. So what's great, you're still paid on them, like you enrolled them. And all they do is it'll name. Okay, and that landing page. And anyone they click on shop, they do all of that, and it's gonna be their referral. So yeah.
Okay, I have a distributor who has been working for a long time. She wants to be a loyal to me. Like, so she's like, I don't want to sell it anymore. Like, she's not grow out. She's like, but I do want to use the product. And she goes, I'd rather you benefit like as me being your customer. So like, I know that with the distributor, loyal's going to distributor, I can change the email and be fine. But like, how about with the distributor going to
Call customer service and explain that they need to release her email, that she was a distributor in the past and she wants to be a loyal customer now.
or a support ticket right now with everything? Right?
Okay, here's a question.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't.
Sorry.
No, go
So
for
the
it.
second part was, so if they're a loyal customer for 3 months, they don't have to, like, they can technically be a loyal customer for 4 months or 5 months. They don't have to do the next 3 months. No, it's not just 3 months.
No.
They can pick and choose at that point.
And I kind of explained to you, especially this time of year when we're signing oils, I'll tell them, okay, so it's March. So you're gonna make one order for today, whatever you want, and we're just gonna make one order for April, one order for May. After that, you don't have to order anymore, but say come Christmas time, you've got a Christmas party and you want to get a box of wraps, you can just log on back in there and you can make one order for a box of wraps one time, and you don't have to continuously order again. So I kind of make it into like a scenario for them, so you kind of find what works for you. And I give them an ending point. I think that was something that I remember at one of our corporate events that someone said, I'm like, here's the thing, they may not quit at May. You know, they may love the product and continue to go, but them knowing like, okay, I don't have to order again after May, kind of eases them a little bit. Should they get a question?
Yeah, I'll read it out loud, that way everyone can hear it. When you do a drop in and wrap someone, do you have them wash their tummy first?
No. Yeah, I've read to like clean like the like baby wipe or soap or something to clean off your stomach or wherever you're gonna wrap.
I mean, it's ideal if you have the opportunity. When I'm telling somebody they're gonna go wrap at home,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, hey, go take a hot shower.
I was gonna say.
But if I'm wrapping somebody on the spot,
Okay, here's another one. She Facebook messaged me because she saw me looking at my phone. So,
I love it.
how do you reach out to old distributors who aren't doing anything with this anymore about getting back into it? Some people were previous rock stars, and then they just fell off the face of the earth.
That's a good one.
I like to message them and just say, I understand life happens. I understand things got hectic, but if you're ready to get back in, I'm ready to help you.
And I try to remind them what they were good at. Gosh, remember how much fun it was at meetings, you know, together. Remember how you were so great at, you know, explaining the loyal customer. You were so great at signing loyals. You know, I miss you. And a lot of them, I'm like, I miss seeing you. Like, I miss seeing you at these events. And
People love when you compliment them.
a lot of times, it's true. Like, there's people that, like, I really do miss kind of seeing it. So,
I think it's important to remind them of their why as well. Like remind them of why they joined the business.
it's a good one. Good question.
Best time to have your launch party, like
2 days after you've signed.
is in like evening.
Oh.
Usually like when just like I mean really I guess you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever works best for your friends and family. What I found in my 4 years is, for some reason, Thursday nights are really good. So.
Yeah, and it depends on the time of year, because when it's football season, I love to do Sunday afternoons.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, the ladies are like, yeah, let's sneak a, you know.
Yeah, like they don't read them anyways.
Right, right. Right. I'm like, I'll order chicken wings. It'll be fine. We'll have our own football party. So you just kind of find whatever is that time of year. You know, the summertime, the weekends are hard. I find like the weekends are very, you know, it's baseball games, it's
Barbecues.
So you really want to focus more on during the week or something like that.
And weekends, people are gonna wait to see if they can find something a little better to come along. Like,
Something better that comes along to do.
yeah.
Yeah. We all
Not
done
that
it.
this
Like,
isn't fun, but you know what I mean?
yeah. So, good question.
Got 5 minutes if you got any more questions.
We're like, I'm running out of here in 5 minutes. I am so.
Did you guys learn a lot?
Yeah, this is very informative because I'm literally such a newbie. I started
We haven't
Tuesday.
do one together yet. So.
You're here though, and that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
add
very
to what you said about promoting, because I know a lot of you, and I don't care if you're promoting for executive, you're promoting for emerald, you're promoting for diamond. It is true. It is the last day of the month that magic can happen. It is the last 3 days that magic can happen. I can tell you, I remember when we went diamond, double diamond, it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the last day of the month. And I just was like, what is it gonna happen? I mean, it was orders that we were getting in that last moment. So do not stop. That last week, like literally magic happens in the last week. I mean, we saw one month, I think on our team, I think it was like 75 loyal customers on the last 4 days of the month. So, you got it.
Oh, and the ruby that I'm going for this month, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
That's That's 500, right? A 500 product.
$500 bonus
bonus.
on top of the commissions that you earn.
What's your question?
So I wanted to ask you guys, since this is a lot of our very first student questions, and a lot of us are going through these promotions. So what? I know we're sitting at Fraley's.
We see on March 31st.
What is our night gonna look like? What did you guys do next year?
What is the what?
Like the like what's the last 24 hours of a promotion look like?
The not
This
like
is probably gonna go dead a couple of times. You need a drink.
Yeah.
Confianza.
Yeah.
if I were you and you know that you're going to get this promotion, you know that you're getting diamond this month, give yourself like 72 hours before the end of the month and make sure everything is exactly where it needs to be. Everything, like the orders are down to a T. I know this loyal customer is going here and have it all narrowed down that way. Like
That's a
the
less
last
stress you'll be.
24 hours, you can just kind of breathe and just wait for your e-suite to turn over.
Yeah, I like to function on a high level of chaos, clearly. And so I love that idea, and knowing Elisha, that's exactly how she would do it, like with like calm and collected.
Well, do you remember?
I'm like, what is going on? Who can I call right now? You need to order a box of wraps stat. Like I function like, do you want to be my friend? Like you're gonna order a box of wraps. Like
I'm impressed with birthday
Yeah,
parties.
and I'm like, you did what? I mean, like and that's what I love about this business. So you will all find like that you can be calm and collected and lovely when you promote, or you can be like a crazy person who I don't think I slept. Like I
think I refreshed my feet, like my e-suite, like 100 times in 5 minutes. Like, why won't this update? You'll be like that too.
And really, the biggest thing is you want
Your heart's beating in your chest.
you want to book parties. I don't care if 2 people are in the room. I'm going to it. You want to
Follow up with every single person the damn time. Like, I followed up with people that I talked to a year ago and longer than that. Like,
there is no chicken list when there is a promotion on the line. That chicken list is got to be demolished this month. You will call on favors. I mean, you really are. And I don't mean it like you're going to post on Facebook, I'm going for this $10,000 bonus. Please, can anyone get 3 people in the room for me? I will give you a wrap. We'll call it a party, and it is your free wrap for having 3 people in the room. I got to talk about this business. And you're going to book those every day. If you can, you're going to back-to-back them. You're going to, I mean, when people are like, get it done, that's the kind of stuff. There is no, like,
okay, and say you don't think you're going for a promotion this month. How about you take all these tips and you run with them, and then guess what? You're going to promote.
you are. Like,
So,
because executive, it seems scary when you first start. Oh my gosh, executive can happen in 1 month easily. It can happen. There's just no excuses. Like, you gotta tell your friends and family, like, love you, but I'm not gonna see you, but I'm gonna call you about buying some wraps. Like, it's just, you gotta do it.
So like you need to have a launch party, but like you definitely should always have wrap parties and stuff too.
Yeah, you should. You are selling yourself that month. Like,
Just
you are,
think of the other people that you're expanding from having these other parties, because say you have a friend that has a cousin, and now you didn't know the cousin, but now you do because of this wrap party. Right? So just think of the other people that you feel your client.
and I'm telling you, it's worth it. You're missing out on stuff this month. And you're missing out on that month you're promoting. Like I said, I didn't go to birthday parties. I didn't go to things like that because I had this bonus. I had this promotion in mind. And it happened because I gave those things up.
all right.
I had my chart done, and I was just waiting for my e-suite to roll over the last day of the month.
I will be this month like a crazy person on the 31st. And then I will drink afterwards.
All right.
All right, guys.
Wrapping her up.
We hope to start doing these monthly again, so be on the lookout for when the next one is. And now that we figured out how to do live stream, we have some things up our sleeve that we want to start doing for all of us here and for all of our team.
Will this be posted like on the website and stuff?
This is still very new to us, but I think
We don't know.
Oh, this is the first time you're videoing it.
we'll let you know.
Yeah.
We'll let
Well,
you
it's not
guys know.
we don't know if it's videoing. We just know it's playing live. So.
So yeah.
But yeah, we have some stuff up our sleeve that we want to do for the very near future. I'm hoping we can get it in before the end of this month. That way it helps all of us and everybody get their promotions. So guys, thank you for joining.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
All right.
Yes.